Welcome to the Everyday Black Man Podcast, Us Edition. Us. You know the movie. You've seen it.
I ain't see it.
Oh, how you not seen it?
We see it.
You seen it.
I seen
and
it.
you seen it. I ain't seen it, which means we ain't seen it, but y'all two seen it.
Yeah.
As you can tell, this is going to be a spoiler edition. So if you ain't seen the movie yet, exactly. All right.
How
Get
long
into
should
the
this
topic.
last?
What was your first reaction when you saw the
People
movie?
not gonna like this movie.
You are 1,000% correct. I saw somebody. He was a little, you know,
Visually upset.
a little.
Oh, we're not gonna say that.
Exactly. We're not gonna say that. But he was a little like that, and he gave the movie a 6. He said that he thought it was a little straightforward, and I'm like, if you thought the movie was straightforward, then obviously you're dumb.
Nah, it ain't straightforward, bro. You gotta look at it, bro. There's a lot of things that he leaves to interpretation. Kind of like I stole this from somebody, an ink blot.
Yes, it's very much like an ink
What
blot.
are those tests called?
Rorschach test.
Rorschach. Oh, Rorschach. Y'all got down.
Yeah, Rorschach. You know, Watchmen.
Watchmen. That's the mask guy with the white
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
The mask just changed.
Yeah, depending on what you see.
Yeah, but I get it. But it's not like Get Out if that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, this one not like Get Out,
No,
shawty.
but it does have a stellar black cast.
A stellar.
And I give old girl, what's her name? Lupita?
Lupita.
Yeah,
Lupita.
Luffy get all the credit.
Lupita. Nuongo, I believe.
All right, well, look, how far into detail are you going to go into this movie?
Man, I'm about to break the whole thing down, but that's why I wanted your first reactions.
First reaction, man, go see it, and then you might want to see it again. If you ain't like it the second time, you ain't going to like it the first time.
Yeah, if you ain't like it the second time, you ain't gonna like it.
I can say you could not like it, but I'm not going to say it. It was Get Out better? That's the question.
I feel like Get Out was more easy for white people to understand.
From what I've heard.
Get Out was different.
No, Get Out was different.
Correct.
You're 100% right about that. But I feel like Get Out was a lot easier for people to translate. Whereas us, not I hate to do it. I'm going to give it to Judah and all his friends like him because they kind of spoiled and broke down what the movie's going to be like months in advance. They were talking about the duality stuff. They were talking about how, this looked like it's going to be something to deal with the government and how it's going to be all these other things. And them niggas was all right. Every last one of them.
Jordan Peele, I think you're a genius, but sometimes I believe genius can be misunderstood. And
Very
I can
much
see
so.
that happening I can see that happening to this movie very easily.
Very much is going to happen with this movie.
Everybody who's seen the movie.
Everyone you spoke to or you
Everyone
seen
you've spoken to?
Everybody that I've seen.
You seen?
I seen them. And they told me about the movie. They have seen it.
Seen it.
They was like, what? 3 out of 10. I'm like, what? Really?
What?
Was it really that bad?
I feel like niggas wasn't getting it.
Everybody's Instagram feed and everything.
So let's start
Number one, I ain't never seen none of y'all niggas out here going to get Madea movie. All the movie was like 2 out of 10. I don't give a fuck what you say.
You leave Madea
Y'all
alone.
leave Jordan Peele alone.
I don't even think they even watched the Madea movie.
Man, I believe, man, you ain't mad. Hell, you talking about niggas love
Fuck
Madea.
you talking about? Niggas love Madea movies. White people love it too.
That's what the hell I said.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
Niggas love Madea.
Niggas love that shit. They think it's on tip, baby.
Like, that's a good movie, man. You gotta go see for don't.
I mean, her last movie was good, but we're gonna talk about that in another podcast.
You gonna talk about it.
Hey man, I ain't say you had to see it. I just said we're gonna talk about it.
All right, let's go. Go ahead.
All right, so we gotta start at the end. So Arm said at the end, the twist is revealed that the girl who's been this total complete asshole this entire time is actually the real girl. And the other one, she's the copy.
Yeah, but they were giving clues during the whole movie.
Exactly.
But you didn't catch them. That's why I said you're gonna have to watch it a couple times.
No, you are gonna have to watch it.
Because the fact that she was they were giving like hints with the red strawberries and like the fact that she was a vegetarian, which you're gonna have to explain that part because I don't think people understand. Them niggas was just eating rabbits for the most part.
Yeah, they were just eating rabbits. They was eating rabbits.
Because when the first thing we ever cloned was a rabbit, supposedly.
Correct.
On camera or up front, because I'm pretty sure they've been cloning people.
Oh, here goes the clone Gucci.
Clone Gucci is the best way to describe this movie. It's about when Clone Gucci took over. He ain't the same nigga, different mannerisms.
Are you sure that Clone Gucci wasn't the real Gucci?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
But all that shit aside, man, the real thing that a lot of people miss is the fact that she talked in a voice like this. But the reason she did that, because she ain't used her vocal cords in damn near 20 years. The tether don't talk, and you ain't gonna talk to yourself. That's why she was...
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But didn't she choke her as a kid or something like that?
She choked her, but she didn't cut her voice box.
Correct. I'm assuming that it did damage to her voice box.
Well, no, that if you don't talk to anyone for days on end, you notice your voice a little raspy.
I never tried.
Imagine not talking to people for 20 years. Like, because when she first started talking, she was like, It was like listening to like nails on a chalkboard. But over time, over the course of the movie, as she continues to taunt people, she starts gaining back more and more of that ability to speak. And so I think that was a really good touch. Now, another thing that a lot of people didn't catch is that at the beginning of the movie, Armstead, there's this moment where you're going to see all these rabbits, and they all in a cage, and they just playing this little like creepy music and whatnot. And then at the end of the movie, the thing that a lot of people didn't catch is that you're looking at the same wall toward the end with the climactic battle between fake Adelaide and real Adelaide, and all the cages are open. All the rabbits have escaped. Everything is out, which mimics the way that the tethered are now unleashed upon all of us, as opposed to them being locked in cages before, where they were just kind of aimlessly shambling about.
And the little boy had a feeling the whole movie that wasn't, like, that was his mom, but she was one of them. But he was just like, little things he'll just do, you'll see.
Yeah, there was little things that the boy was doing this whole time that come off as a little creepy or like, what the fuck you doing that for? But when you look at the movie, you're like, oh, you ain't trusted this girl since day one.
He ain't trust his mama.
Yeah, like he was cool with his sister. He was cool with his dad.
Did his sister get it?
Nah, his sister dumb.
Did she get replaced?
Nah, she didn't get replaced. She was just dumb. Yeah. Because we see her clone die, and she was all like, whatever. But that's also why the thing that a lot of people
never killed any of the
is
clones.
that Adelaide never killed any of the clones except for the white ones. Which
no, she didn't. Like she didn't try to attack her own. She didn't attack the clones. She didn't. It wasn't on purpose if she tried to kill them. No. Well,
yeah. No, there was one where she
put like this. There's a level of empathy that she had for him that was just weird because you wouldn't have that for people who
like Invasion of Body Snatchers. So, and that's also why all the clones, all they did was capture anybody else. They slit throat and let that nigga die. But they never attacked Adelaide the whole movie. You thinking, damn, is this girl just really lucky? And then when you find out the end of the movie, you're like, no, they knew she was one of them the whole time. They was just holding her because that was part of Red's plan, which Red's plan, that also AKA Clone Adelaide, AKA
Clone Luffy,
aka Clone Tethered. Her major plan was that she wanted to make the fake suffer for what she went through. That's why she was trying to kill her kids and her husband, because she's like, you stole my life. Now I'm about to get back at you, which is the thing that a lot of people miss. Because I had somebody in the movie theater and she's like, why are you looking at your phone? You know, it's the movie. And it's like, first of all, I didn't ask you not a goddamn word. Second of all, I need to find out what Jeremiah 11 was. Yeah. She also got mad at me she also got mad at me for chewing chips. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? I understand my chips are loud. And I'm going to keep chewing them until I'm done. Now, coincidentally for you, I was done. But at the same time, didn't I help you out? Because I've watched movies. I watch movies all the time. So I count how many commercials there are until the actual film. It's about 13 to 15 in AMC. And I was noticing we were on commercial 11. Her chair wasn't working. I was like, hey, you got plenty of time. Go get the movie people. They'll fix the chair. What they do? They fix the chair. What was the issue? Somebody unplugged it. I don't know why. Maybe that was a clone at work. Or a tether. Who knows?
Went to a fancy movie theater, man.
They sure did, but they got plugs.
I went to a $5 matinee, nigga.
Hell you talking about, nigga? I need that shit. I need to put my legs all the way out, man. I need to go all the way back. You know, I also take sneak food into every movie. But
me most definitely. They be like, why you wearing a book bag? Because I got a bomb in it.
Well, that's the thing I like. That's the thing I like about about AMC is as long as you're A-list member, they don't ask you no fucking questions.
The hell you asking me for?
No. AMC like we see you, sir. You must have that bomb member plus package. So please come right on in because we know who you are and we've been watching your purchases. But getting back to the movie.
You ain't paid for snacks ever.
It's like, they're like, well, no, I bought a water not too long ago.
How much was that water?
Nothing because with the AMC Stubs member, and I am kind of plugging them a little bit.
Pay us.
Over time, as you pay into the system, like you pay monthly to be able to see up to 3 movies a week every week. After like 2 months, they're going to give you $5. Then 2 months after that, they're going to give you another $5. So you just go through and you just, buy it off their credit.
Yeah, after a year, you should be able to buy candy.
Well, no, I got about $20 right now. It's been about a year.
Pack of Twizzlers, that's it.
Exactly. I can buy a water and a pack of Twizzlers. I just keep saving.
You getting over your hand now. Just a pack of Twizzlers, that's it. Maybe some Mike and Ike's.
Nigga, I ain't get no Mike and Ike's. I ain't get no Mike and Ike's.
Milk the.
I'll be going to that Dollar Tree right before I hit that movie.
Hey, man, you got to go to that Dollar Tree.
I throw that shit on the floor, too, because I ain't going to give
Nah, man.
If I stop throwing stuff on the floor, what jobs will we have?
Nah, man, you if you're gonna throw stuff on the floor, you got to go to one of the other AMC's, the ones that are the dining ones, because the dining ones, man, people be leaving Cokes on the floor, niggas be leaving their plates on the ground,
nachos.
They be leaving nachos. Like the regular movie theater, I thought niggas was whatever,
condom wrappers,
but. Exactly, but like the dining movies, man, they just fucking ridiculous. Actually, shout out to the dining theater employees, y'all the real ones. But getting back on topic, we need to also look at it from a class perspective. Now, the thing about it is, the tethered are at the very bottom. They like slaves. The government experimented with them, and then they just left them.
Wasn't that a choice? Because technically, they could have been came out.
No, but they don't remember. They didn't have the mindset to be able to do it. They like real slaves. New slaves.
So did they learn how to get out of this?
I don't know, man.
No, they didn't learn how to get out of it.
For that long, man, sound like a choice.
I mean, you sound like Kanye West right there. I mean, the thing about it is they mimic whatever you're doing. So right now, if you have a burger, Clone Armstead will be over there and be like,
he gonna be over there eating these weights.
Rabbit burger.
No, he gonna be eating a rabbit burger, which don't taste like a regular burger, man. Don't taste like a regular burger at all. They really did a good job of kind of like making it to where like we got to see different scenes with the tethered, and the tethered were mimicking what other people were doing, like watching like her boardwalk dad versus tethered dad. You know, regular dad, he was moving and grooving. Tethered dad, he was moving like zombie. And it was like, all right,
Wait a minute. So let me ask you this. So when the tethered supposedly came, or so-called
were created by the government, white people.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
They were just chilling together in the house and stuff. They were
no. They actually in underground tunnels, because like they kind of give you a peek.
I'm talking about when they came up and they was.
Oh no! When they came up, they was on like a mission. They was like,
because the way y'all made it sound as if like each person had their own clone.
No, you do.
They was
but your
with
clone
each
would
other.
seek out you. Your clone seeks out you, and then after your clone kills you, your clone joins the hands and hands line, which was the next part I was gonna get to. But
and then
hold on to it.
They get out of jail and become Guwap.
No, that's not how this works. The Wilsons also were I mean, duality is like a main thing. So you had like the tethered who were like slaves, and then the rest of us are like regular people. But we have our interclass disputes. But you also had like the Wilsons versus the Tylers. Like, remember, the first thing that Mr. Tyler and Gabe were joking about is Gabe was like, I got that boat. He was like, you mean that hunk of junk? And then he was just rattling off about his, super fancy white people boat that he bought with all the stuff in a marriage where his wife doesn't love him and has been cheating on him, which they made very, very obvious. And it's like, nigga, you might have the life, but you ain't got the life.
The life.
Exactly. But Adelaide, clone Adelaide, she broke free of the system and rebelled when regular Adelaide, just for whatever reason, decided to go down into the find yourself thing, which was a kind of like an Alice in Wonderland, kind of like Merlin's forest, quote unquote, place, where that's where she got attacked and got replaced. And that was a really big thing because finding yourself was a major theme of the entire thing. One thing they really didn't focus on enough of that I wish they had was homelessness. Because the first person that we see who has the Jeremiah 11:11, which if you don't know what Jeremiah 11:11 is, by this point in time, punch yourself in the face. Because pretty much everyone on social media has been looking at it.
Colored people.
But basically, it's when God essentially told the Jewish people, if you turn your backs on me with these false idols, I'm going to bring down my wrath upon you, and there's not going to be any way for you to escape.
Ain't no more acceptance, nigga.
There's no more acceptance.
That's it. My revenge is
complete, total.
That's it. Like it ain't over. It's over when I say it's over, and it's always on. It's when it's on, and it's on like popcorn.
Here come the song.
Like absolute popcorn.
Lowry's.
But the homelessness thing, like that guy was homeless. He had a little sign over there. He wasn't begging for food. He wasn't doing anything. But then we come to the present day when he gets killed by his clone, and his clone is doing the same thing he was doing. But when they wheeled him out of a house. I'm like, hold up. This nigga dressed in rags. This nigga got the same clothes on in 1986 that he got on in 2019. How does nigga got a home? We don't treat homeless like this. So it's that class system at work. But the other things that they had in the movie, such as they talked about like the abandoned tunnels the United States has, which the United States does have a lot of abandoned tunnels and stuff we don't use anymore. And it is kind of a little weird when you think about it, especially since some of this stuff still has power, which is a little creepy. But did you notice the books at the beginning of the film, Reed?
Yeah. I didn't really know.
Okay, all right. So the first one that stuck out to me was Chud. And Chud basically stands for cannibal
movie,
human underground something. And also there was one called The Man with Two Brains, The Goonies, which I thought was, okay, going with The Goonies, and The Right Stuff. The Right Stuff and The Goonies didn't click with me, but The Man with Two Brains and Chud definitely clicked with me, being like, this is a little weird. This is a little weird.
How the hell did you notice that? You take notes, don't you?
Yeah, I was taking notes.
Oh, okay.
That's the other thing that girl was mad about probably. She was like, are you over here with your phone? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to take notes. I can't take pictures. They try to, motion picture company try to come for you, but they can't stop a nigga with notes. They can't stop a nigga from sketching a drawing. They can't do that.
Your drawings are amazing.
My drawings are amazing.
I'm looking at them.
But the last little thing that I want to go into is that we're not prepared for like a government uprising. And that's one of the things that the movie highlighted. Because the Tylers, the husband was like, what do you mean? I got to get up from my drink and go look to see if there's anybody outside. I can't do that, man.
You're a man.
It's like, defend your castle. But also the thing about it is, with all that technology with the Alexa knockoff, which was not lost on me, Ophelia, call the police. Okay, I'll play fuck the police. This shit was funny. It's like, technology will fail you. Technology will fail you. But we're not ready for like an uprising. Like, I mean, I got my niggas backs. But if people are like, hey man, they're taking over Atlanta downtown. I don't have property in Atlanta downtown. I'm not going to Atlanta downtown.
I gotta go downtown.
I know you do. You and Rick and The Walking Dead, y'all go over there to GSU and y'all do your best.
Nah, we're going to the west side.
Nigga, you're not going to get through this side to get to the west side unless you get a horse. Nigga, you're going to need to take a horse.
I know niggas with horses.
I know you know
and
a nigga
I got a
with
bicycle.
A horse. I mean,
bicycle take 3-4 hour trip. I can do it.
Man, fuck that bicycle, nigga. Steal somebody's motorcycle.
It's gonna be hard to find somebody.
No, it's not. You live in DeKalb County.
I don't even know who got a motorcycle.
There's 3 motorcycles just in this area.
That's what I want to get me soon, by the way. Side note, but yeah, I get it.
But yeah, like we not ready for uprising. Like America's like super divided, and that's another like theme that we keep going back and forth on. But it seems like you got something that you want to say.
I think I'm gonna save it for the other podcast.
You sure? You sure you don't want to go into it?
Because, bro, it's about New Zealand and how this all ties in.
Okay, all right. We'll cover that on the next one. We'll cover that on the next one.
It's gonna lead us down.
But the last 2 points is: did you know that Jordan Peele is actually afraid of rabbits?
No, that's a weird thing to be afraid of.
I know it's a very weird thing to be afraid of, especially since this movie is kind of like him confronting his fear, since he had to work around rabbits. He's like, yeah, they're like tiny little like devils. Like bite machines, and I'm like, nigga, you were bit by a rabbit, and that has made you. But you know what? Everybody afraid of different things.
I don't know what I'm afraid of right now.
You're not afraid of the other?
Yeah, I could say the same thing.
Like, think about it. If there's another RE who came in here, that man had scissors, and that man was strong.
Where the hell did all them niggas get them scissors and them clubs? And everybody got a clone. Where they get all that shit from?
Man, the clone's been working on this plan for like the last. Yeah. They all use golden scissors. That's what they try to kill you with. They try to kill you with the golden scissors. Yeah. What was really funny was the twins when they killed when the clone twins killed the real twins, they just walked up to them girls at the same time, just straight in the throat. And I was like, damn, them twins is efficient. We need some killers like that right there. We need some killers like that.
Ain't no clone walking up to me killing me with no scissors.
Man, them clone said he was gonna come for you already. He said,
how would you kill your clone?
I mean, I'd probably kill my clone the same way that Gabe killed his clone. A boating accident is a good way. Because I mean, it's total. Because remember, Gabe wasn't as strong as his clone. Because Abraham, that nigga been practicing since forever. That nigga been practicing since
Ain't no
forever.
Niggas can't use guns, so a lot of them clones ain't gonna make it.
Well, that's the other thing about it is them clones didn't use any guns.
Clones were there, shit.
There's one for every person. So there's like 6 million clones.
Like your kids got a clone.
Yeah, your kids got a clone. Like when you have sex, your clone's having sex. When your girl get pregnant, the clone get pregnant. Like it's basically a mirror between both sides. So that's why the clones, they've been mad at us forever, but it wasn't until Adelaide,
Red,
aka Red, was there and she started having to dance ballet because clone Adelaide used ballet in order to begin to talk and to begin to acknowledge that she had vocal cords. It wasn't until then that the tethered accepted real Adelaide, aka Red, and decided they were going to fall in line with her. And that's when she began concocting this very giant revenge scheme, which, to be honest, I'm not too mad about clone Adelaide getting away because Red's plan is still effective. And she died with a smile on her face, which is probably more creepy than anything else in that entire movie. It's almost like she knew she was going to die, kind of like Glass. And she was like, nah, I got a much bigger plan. Got a much bigger plan in place.
I think they will make an interesting movie together.
Yeah, they would make an interesting movie
M. Night
together.
Shyamalan and Jordan Peele. Although it doesn't work like that. I think they should write it together and then maybe get someone else to produce it.
True.
Maybe Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino would be a pretty good executive producer, but you can't let him in that writing room. You got to be like, nah, back away. We're not having nigger 17 times in this movie.
Did they say nigger in that movie?
No. They said nigga, but they didn't say
It was in the
nigger.
music.
I mean, I got 5 on it, yeah. But, I mean, I got 5 on it. They didn't make that specifically for the music. Also, shout out to Michael Abreeze. He's the guy who designed or Abels, I think. He's the guy who designed the soundtrack. Great job. But us beat Captain Marvel, much as you foretold, R. Reed, which no one was betting against you on that.
I thought you bet against me.
Nah, I didn't bet against you.
I said I think us is gonna outdo Captain Marvel.
And I said I wouldn't take that bet.
States.
I said I wouldn't take that bet.
And international, I think again.
I mean, no. Captain Marvel now is over 900 million. So I mean, I would hope us can get to that level, but
nah, he probably gonna get 300.
Yeah, if us can hit 300, I mean, he still made it on a pretty decent budget.
Yeah, I think his budget was only 20 million.
Yeah, his budget was only 20 million.
He's gonna hit 80 by the end of the weekend.
Yeah,
he hit 87 already today.
Yeah, he good.
Who?
I don't think Ma's gonna be better because Ma's not gonna be.
It's not. It doesn't have the thing behind it.
It doesn't have the theme.
I think I'm gonna see Ma.
No. We all gonna see Ma, but I feel like Ma's gonna be scarier because Ma's gonna have more of a horror theme. Because the thing about exactly, it's very much misery. Whereas us was like looking like a reflection looking back at us, which is like, if you had to fight yourself or if you had to go against everyone else, like, could you do it? Like, the thing about the family is they got really good. Like, Zora, I got to give it to her, man. She dealt with pretty good with her clone. And when that white man started talking to Umbe and Zora looked at that man, she looked at him, she hit that little deuces sign, and she was out that motherfucker. And then that white guy died. And it's just like, see, girl, you... Well, no, he was looking like a non-gay Freddie Mercury. He just came out there with the little porn stash on. He was like, hey, get off the top of my car. And it's like, nigga, you dumb.
I forgot he did Keanu, too. I like Keanu. He didn't direct it, though.
No, he didn't.
That movie's awesome. And
I
didn't think it would be. He wrote it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't remember Keanu?
Keanu was great,
the
man.
Cat movie when it was Key and Peele and the Cat.
And Method Man.
And Gangsters.
And the Cat.
Yeah, bro, that movie
He
came out
didn't
like
see
in
Keanu.
2016.
See Keanu. That's your homework.
Yeah, see Keanu.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
It's
check
named
out
after
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
Named after that Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is the actor from The Matrix.
Yeah, you know him.
And John Wick.
John Wick. You gonna see John Wick 3 on
Everybody gonna see John Wick.
on May
You know what?
17th. Sorry to
with me.
segue back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, we
Did you
should.
catch the duality with the Michael Jackson theme?
No.
All right, so remember Thriller, right? Remember how Michael Jackson, his whole eyes changed and all that shit in Thriller?
Yeah.
And then, like, that girl literally takes her, because she had the beat-up Thriller shirt, meaning that she'd been at this. So she's been here at this place, at the carnival or boardwalk, for long enough to get a Thriller shirt, not grow into it, but for it to get old. Whereas the new girl, she got the Thriller shirt, came down. Girl not only tied this chick up with the same, with some cuffs, but the girl had the audacity to take the chick's shirt and leave her with the old one. Like, that's some pretty fucked up shit. So at the end of the movie.
Oh, and Us.
Yeah, and Us.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, they go through this reveal thing where, like, she's thinking back as she's driving away to Mexico, which I don't know why she's driving to Mexico.
I didn't get that part.
I get why she's driving to Mexico because there's no clones. Well, there's no clones.
Okay.
Because this
Mexico,
is like
Canada.
You know, good nice government ain't gonna make no Mexican clones.
Yeah, I'll have something to build my house with.
Mexico building that wall in the Division 2 might be real life. They might be waiting for this clone shit to pop off, and they go section out us. They waiting for us to build this wall.
I always tell white people, walls keep people in as well as they keep people out. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah, you should think about that. And that's actually great. That segues back. So she's driving back to Mexico, Armstead. And when she's driving, she like thinks back to that night. And then when she realizes she was the clone and she's the one that locked up the other girl, Red, who's now dead, who was the real girl. But when she does it, Armstead, basically, so the real girl, Armstead, she wakes up in a bed and she got a cuff on. And she got like the Michael Jackson shirt on her. And her Hands for America shirt that she had been wearing underneath that shirt is on like the wall. And the girl takes her new Michael Jackson shirt that her dad just got her, puts it on, smiles at her, and hits it with that deuces.
I don't understand what, like, the only thing, I'm going to watch it again before I ask that question.
No,
like,
that's the question.
That was the plan. Kill them and then stand together?
Pretty much. You can tell this plan was made by her when she was like 10.
We're
this is
going
a
to kill
10-year-old
them all,
sport.
and we're going to just stand and hold hands.
Exactly. We're going to kill them all and expose this government plot. She was like a 10-year-old revolutionary. All right, but what about next? Like, you got a whole army. We're going to kill them all, and we're going to stand together.
One plan at a time, people.
Come on. What's wrong with you?
Won't they just die eventually from just standing there?
Yeah, but they look so happy to be standing there too, man. That's the thing about it, like, that people didn't realize, or that people keep glossing over, is that these clones were super happy. Major acting props to all the people who had to do their own clones, because they was just like smiling and eyes wide. Like that Alan guy, who ironically his character was named Alan Fisher. He was the homeless guy, but like him, man, he was so creepy looking when he was smiling.
Cheesing.
He was just straight up cheesing. His little finger was out and a little blood would drop, and it was like drip, 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 drop. And that's when Jason, the little boy, he looked at that nigga. He was like, nah, I'm gonna walk this way. So you could tell Jason, at least, he was smart enough to be like, nah, I'm not gonna go walk over there, like, because this has been like Pet Sematary. He would have walked over there. Hey, Mr. Strange guy with the blood dripping from his hands, how's it going? And get killed and be like,
but they was in that line, you know, they were all like lined up, so you can do the Hitler thing with them, if y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it's in a room. You got Hitler, you got your worst enemy, and then you got somebody else. You got 2 bullets.
who's gonna die?
Yeah.
Worst enemy and the clone.
Yeah, your worst enemy, clone, and then we're gonna get some
Hitler.
other.
No,
Hitler, your worst enemy, and the clone. Who would you kill?
I'm killing the clone. I'm killing my worst enemy. Hitler, I could beat his ass any day of the week.
Yeah, stand them all in a line and just shoot. You can shoot all 3 of them.
I know, but I want Hitler to suffer.
The joke is when you're talking to somebody, if you don't really like them, like if you, Hitler, my worst enemy was in the room, I would shoot you twice.
That's terrible.
3 bullets.
That's
I got 2
terrible.
bullets. I'll shoot you twice. Fuck you.
That is absolutely terrible. But it works. It works.
You got 2 bullets and 3 people in the room.
Yeah, I would shoot you twice because that's how much I don't like your ass.
To be honest with you, I would keep the gun with the bullets in it, and I would hold them up, and I would probably like
Stand them in a line. That's the thing.
break one of their legs.
I would see how many
hold the
bullets I
gun.
could kill. Like if they're all on a straight line, how many I could kill on because they don't have
I mean,
souls.
the problem is that a human head is mighty resilient, so you don't know if the first bullet
I guess-
is going to truly penetrate.
We got the religious undertones we didn't talk about because
No, the religious undertones, we did
that-
kind of get the Jeremiah part, but no, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's the issue. Like with the quote unquote tethered, they didn't have souls.
Yeah, well, they had to share a soul. So that's the thing that you're
Did
right.
they
We
have
didn't really. Well, they didn't. They couldn't operate independent of the person they were cloned from. So that's why the government shut down the whole project, is because they're like, but we can't make them do anything. Which also that would explain why they're tethered until Adelaide gave them a reason to live. Why they were just kind of like, just basically, they're going through the motions of life. Like they're eating raw rabbits.
The question is, why would the kids operate the same way when I guess the kids, when you have 2 soulless individuals and they create kids,
They were going to create a kid that's also soulless.
kid.
And also, like, it depended. Remember when Adelaide was telling them the story about once there was a girl and she was and she had the shadow. And it was like, all right, we get that. But then she was like describing like Umbe being born, and she was like, yes, and she just tore my pussy open. It was like, God damn, this is mighty graphic for a horror villain.
And she didn't have to operate like them, but I guess when you're a kid, you do.
Well, she's ingrained. So that's the other thing, is the mental slavery. Because she could have probably left at any point in time. Because remember, the stuff was right there for her to leave. She could have left the same way the other girl left. But she didn't think of leaving. She was so consumed by hate that she was just...
Oh, by the way, she was a tether when she got caught, P. So when they switched. In the beginning of the movie, it showed a scene, and then basically the tethered her switched with her. But when everybody got her, they were like, oh, she's traumatized. That's why she can't talk and do all this stuff. And technically, I guess the clone had knew something was wrong, but she didn't know. Did she know she was No, she didn't know.
Well, she
figured out slowly.
She figured out. Well, no, she blocked it out because
Yeah.
she probably strangled the girl until she was near dead.
They had it with psychiatrists and all kind of shit, and she thought it was her.
Yeah, she thought she was wrong, but also throughout the entire movie, she keeps feeling this sense of unease, of dread, which they did a really good job of kind of teasing out.
Yeah, man, I told Luffy was a good actor, bro. Actress.
Lupita is a great actress.
Good.
But they just kind of teased it. Well, no, you got to think about her playing. She had to play herself and all the fear.
Nigga.
And so then she had to play herself trying to make herself really pissed off. Because remember that scene where like all the people are gone. So like the two husbands are gone. The two girls are racing after each other, and the two boys are playing in the closet, which also ironic metaphor. You notice how like Red sits down next to her on the couch, just so leisurely like, and now we're going to have a spot of tea, and I'm going to tell you about how much I hate you and how everything is going wrong. She was like, please, not my children. She didn't say shit about a husband. She didn't say shit about her. She was just worried about her children. That was kind of like one of those scenes from like Get Out where she was like, no. She was like, no, your kids are going to die.
Yeah.
Like, because Red didn't feel anything for the kids.
She didn't feel shit for her kids.
That clone did. Yeah, so she hated her kids, so she damn sure hated your kids.
Damn.
Oh, man. I was going to say something. I forgot.
Hey, man, you can add it in. We can add it in later. But overall, man, these are some of the reasons why I think it was a really good movie. And to like truly get all the stuff, you really gonna have to watch it at least twice. And you really gonna have to think about just kind of like all the stuff that's going on.
How many times have you seen a movie twice?
I saw Scott Pilgrim 17 times.
At the movie theater?
At the movie theaters.
Wow, you're a fan.
I dropped a ton of movie on that. But that was my favorite movie of all time.
Scott Pilgrim?
Scott Pilgrim.
Versus the World.
It's a movie that made me realize
that
that
movie was pretty good though.
everything about, like, you got to live your life. That was like my movie where you ever watch a movie and you just been like, nigga, I need to do better.
Wolf on Wall Street.
For you, it was Wolf on Wall Street. For me, it was Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim was that movie that just was like, nigga, you need to do better with your life.
Nigga,
like, this bum-ass nigga Scott Pilgrim's having a better life than you, nigga. You need to do it better. Nah, I'm not going to put my boy Scott Pilgrim out like that. Especially after reading the manga and just realizing that he goes through a lot more. Comic book. He goes through a lot more.
You give Americans their crap.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I saw Littlefoot like 3 times.
I mean, Littlefoot was dope.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Land Before Time?
I'm sorry, not Littlefoot, Smallfoot. I'm tripping.
Oh, Smallfoot was dope.
Did you see it in the theaters, though? We talking about you go see it in the theaters.
Hey, man, we
He said, look, man, I'm not about to incriminate myself. Yeah, he saw it in the theater at matinee.
I
wink,
get it.
wink, nudge, nudge.
What
I'm
they're
not gonna
saying.
lie, I did it with Captain Marvel last night.
What, the movie?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Again,
In the theater? That
it
was
already made its
wonderful.
money. It's already made its money. It's already made its money. It made almost $1 billion.
Yeah. Oh.
Although Disney, if you'd like to send us an early release copy.
Oh, yo, Disney, can we get, like, to see movies early? Like, press release badges or, well, you know, fly us out to the red carpet. I think you would love to hear what we think about your movies.
Yeah, we'll be extremely fair and non-biased judges.
Hell yeah, especially you prime me a 5-star hotel room. I'm definitely going to tell you all your movies are excellent. Although, y'all want to get into Captain Marvel, or we going to do that on another one?
No, we'll do that on another one, man. I wanted to give this to Jordan Peele. And yeah, we had places where we veered off. But for the most part, I think.
So yeah, I would say on our new rating system, what was it? Watch it, steal it. Not steal it, stream it. Scream it. Stream it.
Stream it.
Scream it.
Stream it. Or don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time. Watch it, and my nigga, please watch it.
Please watch it.
Stream it if you just ain't got the time. I'm sorry.
Well, nah. Stream it if you know you're going to send somebody else in your honor. Like, if you have to, nigga, just pass the baton to some other nigga and be like, here, man.
Yeah, tell a nigga
go
you
see
seen
this.
it.
Go see this for me.
Yeah, tell a nigga you seen it, even if you streamed it.
Yeah, even if you streamed it, tell a nigga to go see it.
That's what I be doing sometimes.
Yeah, man. You hit him up with that matinee like, yeah, man, I saw a matinee. You know, it's $5.65. Go down there and see it.
$5.65. I'm matinee $5. Here you talking
$5.65.
That what the goddamn
with
said.
text.
$5. Oh yeah, go see us, man. Jordan Peele, $20 million movies. He already done made like 80+ million. We gonna hit him at about 200 million by it's all said and done, maybe.
I want 300. I want 300 for this. I feel like he can get another one. Because I think the thing about it is the review's going to come in for Pet Sematary. It's not going to be as great as what people are thinking. Because people think it's about to be like the return of It. And it's like, I don't know about all that.
Never know, because they didn't think It was going to be that.
Yeah, true.
Well, we're going to see It too.
Part 2.
Part 2 as well.
I mean, I'll see Pet Sematary. And
Pet
then
Sematary,
I'll compare and contrast.
And Shazam is our next movie review, guys. In Pet Sematary.
Shazam!
Pet Sematary.
Shazam! Pet Sematary.
Or Pet Sematary Shazam.
Nah, Shazam! Pet Sematary. Put it in that order.
Okay.
Because that's the end of the Us review.
Go see it, nigga.
Go see it. Watch it. Don't scream it yet.
Don't
but,
scream it.
You know, if you can't see it for another 3 months, it'll be out. Just like, it's going to get out to us. Peace.
By the DVD.
Peace. By the DVD. Not the Blu-ray.
Not the Blu-ray, DVD. We know you niggas ain't got Blu-ray
Yeah,
players.
we can see the same quality. Because you ain't got it.
You ain't got it.
We know your TV's still big.